Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. Hope you're all well. What you been up to? Been enjoying this weather? Been enjoying the lockdown? Well, the lockdown's easing. But let's get straight to it today. One of the main biggest things, Kanye West fucking going crazy. If you haven't seen it or if you haven't heard, Kanye West about a couple of weeks ago decided to run for president. So he decided to put himself in the race to become president. No one knows how serious he is, but he has been saying it for quite some time in the past that he want to run for president. And so he made a speech in America, like a rally speech, and in there he was fucking going crazy. Yo, he was fucked. If you haven't seen that clip, go on YouTube right now. Well, not right now, after this podcast, and watch that clip. Like, he's fucking crying, and he's saying that he's gonna give $1 million to every person who has a child, and just some next level shit. The guy was crying, letting it all out. Talking about Kim Kardashian and everything. And then just when you think it's over, he goes and starts tweeting, and he releases some next level tweets. He's cussing at his fucking Kim Kardashian. He's saying that he wanted to have an abortion with his child, and then he's fucking calling Kris Jenner Chris Jong-un. And if you don't know what that is, that's in reference to fucking Kim Jong-un, the dictator of North Korea. He's fucking going nuts, like he was off his hinges. It's mad. But it just tells you, man, mental illness is fucking, it's a really bad thing. Even his wife, Kim Kardashian, came out with a statement saying that, he's bipolar, Kanye West is bipolar, and, he has his mental breakdowns, and that's why people should help him. They shouldn't egg him on or laugh at him, this and that. But he was just going absolutely nuts, man. But a lot of people were saying it's bullshit. Like, he's done this before. Like, he's always done a big antic before he drops an album. So his previous albums that he's had, like, he's always done some kind of crazy shit, and then he's released his album, and then because his name's been trending, it's generated more album sales because more people have been aware of it and they want to listen to what he has to say over music. So a lot of people were like, yeah, he's about to drop a new album. It's going to be like one of his biggest albums, and that's why he's doing all this crazy shit. Which I don't know what to believe, because he looked like he was having a mental breakdown. Like, he just looked fucked. Like, he was going crazy, crying, fucking, just chatting some next level shit, saying he wants a divorce with Kim Kardashian. He was saying that fucking Kim Kardashian slept with Meek Mill as well. So Meek Mill got fucking dragged into this as well. But like, he was just going off on one. But the album side does make sense, to be honest. Like, where people say that he's only doing this because he wants to drop a new album, and once he does all this crazy shit and he gets his name trending and in the newspapers, and then he'll release his album. Which, to be honest, after his antics, after his tweets, and after that clip on YouTube where he was crying and he was just chatting all the shit in the world, like, he headlines everywhere. Like, all the newspapers, all the news articles, TV shows, and every single person was talking about him. And it makes you think as well, because musically wise, I'm not saying overall, I mean, music standards, he's not that relevant anymore. Like, when was the last time he really released an album? It was a few years ago, and like, he doesn't really drop any singles. He doesn't regularly put singles out or feature on songs as much as he should be. By fashion wise, he is relevant. Like, he's got the Yeezys out, and a lot of people know his brand. But musically, it makes sense that he'd want to do some kind of crazy shit just to try to get his name up there. But it's two sides to it. Like, some people are saying it's all legit. He's legitly having a mental breakdown, which, to be honest, I'm on that side myself. Like, you cannot act what he's doing right now. Like, he's throwing everyone under the bus. His wife, his mother-in-law, fucking even his own, like, I don't know how cool he was with Meek Mill, but come on, they must have had some kind of respect. Even him, he threw him under the bus and just chatting, just going off on everyone, and he's still tweeting as well. Like, in situations like this, people need to get off Twitter, or this is what the Kardashians need to do. They say they love him, like Kim Kardashian and the family and all that. They say they love him, and they want him to get better and everything. What they need to do is get him off Twitter and get him off social media platforms and just tell him to chill. Because Twitter is not a good look for him, because at the end of the day, it's just the touch of a finger. He goes straight there, starts putting all this shit down, starts putting whatever he wants down, and then he releases it, and then the whole world can see it and see what he's been saying and what kind of crazy shit he's been getting up to. But ideally, he should just get off Twitter. He should get off, Instagram, everything, any social media platform. Get the fuck off it. Detox, relax, go to the mountains or something. Chill with the monks in the mountains. Fucking start doing that shit. And those all those relaxation methods that they have, and just let it go. Just chill, take it easy, and then come back refreshed. Because I don't think that was acting. Although a lot of people were saying that he was acting and he wants to, prop up his album sales, I do not think that was acting. Like, he really, really went in. He really, really went in. And talking of crazy shit, we're going to stay on this topic of crazy shit for now, because there's a lot of crazy shit that's happening in the world. Britney Spears. What is going on with Britney Spears? Now, there's this whole thing where she made a TikTok or like an Instagram video, and she looked like she was being held hostage or something. And then the fans were like, people who watched the video were like, okay, in your next clip, next time you make a video of yourself, wear green. And then she came on with a green dress, and then people were like, oh, she needs help, this and that. Apparently her parents, I believe her dad, has power of attorney over all her assets. Now, for some of my younger fans, or any fans who don't know what that means, it basically means that her dad owns everything of hers. So all her money, all her houses, all her cars, every single thing, he owns all of that shit. And people are like, he owns all that, he owns all of it, and he's not giving Britney Spears any of it. Like, and that's why she's trying to send these like cryptic messages out of help, and she needs to get out, or whatever. She needs help, and she needs some kind of assistance in all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, she's not being held hostage, is she? Is she? She's not being held hostage. It's her own dad, for God's sake. Like, if there's some fuckery going on, fucking, tell the public, get out, tell whoever you want. I'm sure in nowadays, in the world we live in, like lawyers, they could figure something out where they'd come to a conclusion, like, Britney Spears, you bring all the money in and it's unfair that your father has control over it. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it all back to you. Like, come on, there's mad lawyers nowadays that can, do the biggest bullshit ever in court, and they can twist it however they want, and they can make it a winning thing. But like, she definitely, well, that's another person that needs to get off all these fucking social media platforms, because like her fans are worried, and you don't want one of her fans to do some stupid ass shit, because what they're doing is they're just basically, it's a conspiracy. Like, all that shit that I told you about her father, who knows if it's true? Like, who knows if he's a hard ass, or if he's like, really easy, and she's just making those clips for attention. The last thing she needs is one of her crazy ass fans to go down to her house and fucking start kicking fuck out of her father, which would be mad. So that's another person that needs to go to the mountains, man. Like, do you know all these crazy ass people that fucking, think using social media and they get all their craziness out, and what they really need is help? I'm gonna start saying, send them to the mountains, man. Go to the mountains, fucking no signal, no YouTube, no Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Clear your head, chill out, and then come back. All you need in life is a little detox. You get me? It's like one of those teas that everyone has, green tea. The detox green tea. It detoxes your body, it gets rid of all the poisons in your body. That's what everyone needs, man. You need something that clears your mind. And what that is no phone, no internet. That's what clears people's minds. That's what's going on nowadays. Like, everyone has such quick access to the internet. They have access to millions of things. Like, the internet's a really, really good thing. You get all these creators and businesses and so many good things that you can find on the internet. It's made life much, much more easier. But for some people, like, if they overuse it or they don't use it correctly, they need a detox, man. They need an internet detox, and that's what they need. Fucking turn the internet off, send them somewhere, and let them come back refreshed. Like, I was reading an article, and like in certain, I believe it's in America, they have like certain places in the desert where they have no signal zones. So what that basically means is like zones in America where they get nothing, they get no signal, no internet signal, no phone signal, and people purposely choose to go there just so they can get away from everything and just become, I don't know, become one with nature and relax and see what life's like without the internet and without phones and without social media, and just live that simple life. That's what it comes down to. But hopefully, I am making joke. I'm just joking about all this Kanye West and Britney Spears stuff. But I hope they do get the best treatment that there is out there, and they get better ASAP. Because they're both talented people. They both make great music, and the last thing you want is some fucked up shit happening to any of them. So, hopefully they get some good treatment and they can come back normalized. Let's say that. But another crazy thing, but it's not crazy like Kanye and Britney's. This is another kind of crazy. Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, the richest person in the world. There was a news article that said that he added $13 billion to his Amazon stocks in one day. Let me say that again. This fucking guy made $13 billion in one fucking day. How mad is that? 13 billion. Fuck me, man. I'm struggling to make £13 in one day, and this motherfucker's making 13 billion in one day. That's mad. That just tells you like how much reliance there is on Amazon, and it kind of shows you that since lockdown and since this whole coronavirus issue, like businesses like his, these online businesses where there's all the transaction is online. A person doesn't have to step outside the house and they get delivered to their house. It gets packaged and delivered to their house. They just need to pay for it. It's moving, man. This is the way the world's going. It's gonna get to a stage where everything's gonna be like that. Like every single thing you need is gonna be online, and you won't even have to step outside your house. But can you like imagine a future like that? Like in 10, 15 years, we're just all a bunch of fat bastards, with long ass hair, long nails because we can't be ass cutting anything. We don't give a fuck. We're just sitting on a sofa with some kind of fucking tube pierced into our stomach, surgically inserted into our stomach where it feeds us, and we get everything delivered to our house, and we're living in this kind of fake reality. Virtual realities gone big, and we're just living in this virtual reality, and we don't really give a fuck about normal reality. Everything gets delivered to us. We never need to step outside the house. Can you imagine that? Fucking mad. I hope it don't get like that, to be honest. I don't want that kind of shit. Maybe after me, maybe once I go from this world, once I leave my mark on this world and go, after that, do whatever you want. But for me, that's a big no. I can't imagine myself just being fucking, just being sat at home all day. In 10 years' time, just being sat at home all day and saying, oh yeah, let me just go on the internet and get these clothes delivered. Let me get this food delivered. Oh, I feel like a pizza. Let me get it put in my tube and it can get directly fed into my stomach. I don't have to open my mouth anymore. What kind of fuckery would that be? Fucked up. But it's a big conspiracy. A big conspiracy. And talking about conspiracies, I was recently thinking about this. I was really recently thinking about the coronavirus. Like, we all know it's real. Like, people have died from it. It's infected people. But who's to say that the government didn't release it? Now, why would the government release it? The main reason might be is the government thought, okay, we're going to release a virus into the public, and we're going to see how the public reacts to it. Before we tell them any other information. Like, they might have been like, okay, we've got information that aliens exist and they're on this planet, and we've got the alien spaceships, in Area 51, and we're waiting to tell the public. But first, let's release this virus and see how the public react. And the public fucking go crazy. Like, they go mad. They fucking go bonkers. Who would have known that the main thing everyone would be getting is toilet roll? It gets sold out. Everyone's fighting over it in supermarkets. Oh, give me the last toilet bug. Oh, no, I want it. No, I want to clean my ass. No, I want to do it. Yeah. Fucking take this punch. Let me go to prison for 2 years for kicking the fuck out of a person just for one piece of toilet roll. And after they've seen that, after they've seen how crazy people have gone, they thought, fuck that. They go, we just released this coronavirus. People have gone mad. What if we tell these motherfuckers about aliens? What will happen then? You know, like, how much madder will they get? How much crazy will they get? And so on that, they probably thought, you know, fuck it, we're not going to tell them. We're going to wait another 5-6 years. Then we're going to release something really big. And then if they handle it well, we'll tell them about the aliens. Can you imagine that? But one thing is, like, whenever people talk about aliens, you know, oh, they come in and they travel at light speed and they do this, they do that. Like, who's to say aliens aren't like dumb bastards? Like, why do they have to be so smart? What if they're like on a far off planet and they're like us? They're just like, you know, they're living their life, looking up at the sky and thinking, oh, I wonder if someone's visited us, you know, eating their food, just chilling, doing nothing. Or even, you know, they might even be at a state where they're not as advanced as our civilization. They might be a grade down, you know, so who's to say they're not like that? And that's why they haven't come here. Because all these things like we hear about, you know, the aliens are coming and they're gonna, well, they've been here to Earth, this and that. There's a lot of chatter, and apparently there was like government, well, the American government was like, oh, we're gonna release some documents to show this, they've been here, this and that. But could it be real? Could it be fake? Who knows? I guess we'll find out in time. But that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to me on YouTube, Talking with F. Like and comment all my clips. Listen to me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just type in Talking with F and subscribe and like. And follow me on Instagram. That's at Talking with F. And follow me on Twitter as well. That's at Talking with F1. Because I'm number one. And I'm getting up there. Have a nice weekend. See you guys next week. Bye.